And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, for the losers match of Group E here in the Team Liquid Legacy Star League round of 24. So, the group as it stands, here as you can see, we have DeWalt advancing out 2-0, Protoss fighting, and now we're going to watch another PvZ, in fact, between Pyke and VOD Toast. So, yeah, Pyke getting taken down in a pretty intense ZVZ by Yeon Zerg, and Vadi actually losing a ZVP to DeWalt, and now is going to play the other side of the matchup, of course, because he is a race picker. So he's now the one who's going to be playing Protoss against Pyke's Zerg, and this actually makes me very, very excited because Pyke has a very interesting style where in both ZVP and ZVT, but ZVP especially, he loves making just a lot of low tier units, so a lot of Lings and Hydras, even going into the late game. So he generally gets a very fast triple evolution chamber, gets all 3 upgrades, and then has really well upgraded but low tier units. He just spams them like crazy, so very, very Zergy feel, you know, just swarms of low tier cheap units all over the map. You know, none of this Hydralisk lurker nonsense, just mass Hydraling all over the place, and has crazy macro. So it's a very exciting style to watch, I think. And yeah, I'm hoping he can make it out of the group because I picked him in the staff picks. So without further ado, here we go into the losers match. Pyke versus Vadi. Ah, shit. Alright, I'm unmuted now. Don't panic. Calm down. It's fine. We're good. We're fine. All I said was uninteresting things about how I needed to change the overlay. It's okay. Guys, I'm here. I'm here, don't worry. Look, I'm here. Alright, we're good. So, whoa. Well, that's not... Alright, well, I'm glad I'm unmuted now because that's interesting. Okay, so Vani's opted not to go for a Forge Fast Expand and is instead going for a 1-base build on this map. This is quite curious because, you know, I was saying how last game it's very difficult to deal with a Lurker Contain on that ramp outside your natural, so maybe Vadi's like, well, you know, I'm going to go for something unorthodox and go for a 1-base strategy here and just try and, you know, maybe take him out early or keep him off balance or something so he can't actually set up that contain. Unfortunately for him, it looks like Pyke has a similar idea, which is to go for 9-pull with gas. Is he going to cancel this? He could be doing this for a gas trick, but I think it's more likely that he is just going to go for the gas. Yeah, he's going to go Overlord now, so he's going to keep the gas. So he's gone for a 9-pull speed here. So both players got some tricksiness up their sleeves. And I think this is going to go badly for the Zerg, because he's going to get scouted now. So all you got to do is put 1 Zealot and 2 to 3 probes behind it on the ramp, and you will be completely fine against the 9-pool. So yeah, that's not going to go well. And we do see the Zealot under construction here. The reason I wasn't sure until the probe actually got in here is because sometimes you can be super greedy as Protoss and just go for the core before the Zealot, in which case the 9-pull probably will kill you. Yeah, I mean that's like how I play 1-base PvZ, because Day 9 said it was good once, but I don't think that actually works anymore. I think you have to go for the... I think you usually have to go for the Zealot first, but you know, if you're a Day 9 fanboy like me, you don't care about the metagame. You just do whatever Day 9 says, even if he said it like 3 years ago. Anyways, we do actually see a 7th and 8th Zergling here, and then a drone. Notice, by the way, that Pyke doing a good job pulling the guys off gas as soon as he had enough gas to get this Zergling speed. just mining the extra 4 gas there. Obviously can't do anything about that. So it looks like the second zealot's now out as well. So he only needs, it doesn't actually need this probe really in theory. Could just hold it with 2 zealots, but you can keep 1 or 2 probes behind to be safe, of course. A probe allows your zealot to 2-shot lings instead of 3-shot, so it actually does help quite a bit. But when, you got a nice little 2-zealot block on the ramp, I don't think it's that necessary. Just gotta be a little bit careful, though, to make sure there's no gap here. I'm pretty sure that's tight against Zerglings, but that may be a gap. If Zerglings can run through here, you're instantly dead. You're just done, so gotta be really careful about that. Anyway, looks like speed is now finished, and he's gonna try and run up. Oh, looks like Vadi fixed it right as I said that. Yeah, and he has a 3rd zealot now, so absolutely no way for those links to do anything. The question is, what is the follow-up here? Looks like it is gonna be a Stargate. Okay. So I think most likely just gonna be a 1-base Sair DT opening into an expansion. It's actually not a bad strategy, in fact. You basically just make 1 Corsair only, kill the Overlord that's like near your base, and you can make 1 DT and basically expand safely, because obviously with no Overlord nearby, that DT is invincible for all intents and purposes. You do have to be slightly careful about Ling run-bys and stuff like that, because you don't really have that many units. So even though the DT can't die, it also can't kill stuff very fast. But usually it's not a huge deal. Although in this case, he still hasn't made a Citadel yet, which is slightly curious to me. He's gone for the Forge straight away. I hope he builds a Citadel soon here. It doesn't really make sense to me to go like 1 base Stargate expand off Corsairs. That can't work, can it? He has to have a Citadel eventually. Maybe? Come on, buddy, make a Citadel. Dude. I mean, I know I'm usually wrong, but seriously, I can't even figure out how that's supposed to work if you only have Corsairs and you're trying to defend an expansion. Anyway, we are going to see 3-hatch Hydra here from Mr. Pike here. So he's not going for a lair or anything like that. He's just gonna pump out those Hydras and possibly just win the game straight up if Vadi doesn't immediately start a Citadel. Is he really just gonna make cannons and expand with just a Stargate? That is crazy. I really don't understand how that's supposed to work. I'm pretty sure this 3-hatch Hydra is just gonna kill him straight up. I mean, he's gonna be slightly annoying harassing with the Corsair, but I want to see what his reaction is when he sees his no lair. All right, so now he sees his no lair. And now what does he build? Alright, so he can't actually kill the Overlord. He's going to build nothing. He's just going to build cannons. Oh man, this is crazy. Is this really going to work? Also, can you really fit a Nexus there? I'm pretty sure you can. But that looks quite tight. What would be really funny is if that actually blocks the Nexus. That'd be terrible. I'm pretty sure it doesn't though. I'm pretty sure you can fit it there. Oh, yeah. Wow, that's close. Look at that. Just touching the cannons. Whew! That would have been really embarrassing. but no. Looks like Vadi was actually prepared. He does know his building placement on this map. Of course, the players all knew these maps well in advance, so hopefully they have had ample time to practice. Of course, these are the last 2 groups of the round of 24, so they should have had enough time. And it looks like, actually, Yelzerk's not going to wait for the Hydras. He's just going to go in with Zerglings, but realizes it's a mistake here as the cannons finish just at the perfect second there. Wow, that timing was absolutely spot on for Vadi right there. 2 seconds later, I think the Lings might have just busted everything. The problem is, even though he held off the Lings, he still got the Hydras to deal with. Looks like speed is done, range is researching, and Pike didn't lose all of his Zerglings there, so he's gonna be able to use those in the next attack. But the thing is, that Corsair is seeing everything, so actually, if he builds enough cannons, he might actually be okay, despite everything that I was saying. But look at his gas cow though. He's at almost 1,000 gas and didn't really use it. And even if this build does work out, I mean, that's definitely a bump in the build that perhaps shouldn't be there. I mean, you could say, well, it's not really fair to say that because maybe he didn't plan to build that many cannons, for example. It's kind of a reaction to the 3-hatch Hydra, and that's fair enough, but still, it seems like not the most efficient build. And I still think it would die to, fast, like a 2-hatch Hydra as well, or a 3-hatch Hydra could still very well die. I think this is, if Pike hadn't gone for the early speedlings, and for example, like, because Pike opened for a 9-pull as well, so his economy was slightly behind from the beginning. Let's say he opened for 12-hatch and just went for like a 2-hatch Hydra bust, or even a 3-hatch Hydra bust off of that, without going for the speedlings. I think it would be super effective, and I'm struggling to figure out this build where you only get a Stargate and then expand off 1 gateway. It seems pretty ballsy to me, but hey, what do I know? I am a fan of these cannons, though. I do love me some cannons. Cannons. I like cannons. And that is a lot of cannons. That is a lot of Hydras as well, though. So this is, well, that's a lot of Zealots, so I think it's going to be fine. I think Paralysis is going to be just fine here. Oh my god, Pike. Pike, don't go out of the group O2, man. Come on, dude. I voted for you. I picked you. How could you betray me? Ah. Oh, man. This is like that crisis moment in those drama movies, you know, where the girl's like, "How could you betray me?" Or the guy, or whatever. I don't know. Who usually says that line? Is it usually the girl or the guy? I'm not even sure. Ah, well, I'm saying it now because Pike, you've broken my heart here. I can't believe you did that. I mean, he hasn't lost yet, but he's in terrible shape right now. I mean, he doesn't have a lair yet, right? Yeah, he's not even making a lair. He's completely all in on the Hydras, and there's no way it's gonna do anything. Now that it didn't work the first time. I mean, Storm's almost done here. There's actually no High Templars with energy yet. So, I mean, he basically has to win right before, like, there's enough energy on this High Templar for Storm, or else he's going to lose. And I don't think he can actually break this. That's pretty crazy. And this looks maybe excessive in cannons, but it's completely correct. Because, I mean, look at what Pike is doing. All Vadi has to do right now is not die, and he's going to win. And Pike, for some reason, is making a lair. I don't think that makes any sense. He's basically all in on the Hydras anyway. This is some kind of weird, like, emergency backup plan, but he has to win with this attack, or he's not going to win the game at all. And, well, he's doing a lot of damage. He's killed all the Zealots, but most of the Hydras have gone down as well. Oh, man, and look at this nice, little pylon slash cannon wall, and GG from Pike. Pike goes out of the group 0-2. It looks like the TLS staff picks were right after all. I'm an idiot. Oh, man, I hate being wrong. Damn. I'm always wrong. This is terrible. I don't even know why you guys are listening to me. Look at this. I picked Pike to win it, to get out of the group, and he didn't even win a game. Oh well, that's okay. I still love you, Pike. It's alright. It's alright. I know what's up. He's gonna win the whole thing at some point, I tell you. He's just saving his strength. He's biding his time. He's gonna win all the rest of the seasons of TLS. I promise you that. Anyway, a good PvZ by Vadi though. I'm still slightly confused by his opening build, but I don't know. Maybe it's good. I don't know. It could actually be really good. I mean, who knows? Maybe he does have a plan for if he gets 2-hatch Hydra or something. I don't know. Maybe if he gets out of the group, we can interview him and ask him. It's always a good plan. See, I love these big tournaments where, you know, if you don't know what they were thinking, well, just interview them and ask them. It's very easy. So that means we are left with our final match of this group, which is going to be Eon Zerg versus Vadi. Not a rematch, actually. No, it's going to be a new match here. Ooh, exciting. So, Eon Zerg versus Vadi, another PvZ, another chance for Vadi to show off his Protoss skills. And that's going to be coming up right after this break. So, see you guys in a bit.